We, we're gonna need a bigger boat. All right, as you can tell by that introduction, or you should be able to tell, I just watched Jaws for like the millionth time. Of course, Jaws fits in. We are approaching July 4th weekend, which, although we have a strange United States of America right now, and who knows if we should even be celebrating it, this movie does take place around the same time. So I figured it would be the perfect opportunity, and God, it's just such a great movie. I'm going to start out with, if I ever end up teaching at a community college, or any college really whatsoever, I would love to just teach a class about Jaws and how it uses like every single trope so wonderfully. For a long time, it was actually the scariest film that I would watch. And it is truly scary. There are terrifying moments. But I love the introduction of the shark, Bruce, as he was named on set, I'm pretty sure. The way that the story unfolds is so perfect. And it also happens to kind of slightly mirror the current events of the world / the United States as it is today. You know, oh, big giant thing is attacking us. Nah, we need the money. I'm not saying that the mayor of Amity Island is just like President Trump. But if I had to equate President Trump to a fictional mayor, it would be that one. Although the fictional mayor apologized and realized he was wrong. Alright, enough politics. I don't even know where to start because that's how amazing this movie is. I mentioned already the introduction of the shark. We don't actually see the shark until about halfway through. You know, that's when the majority of the deaths happen, and it kind of draws us in a really cool way. You have the kind of sea-torn captain who of course is going to go down with the ship, with a tragic backstory. The use of Chief Brody as kind of this outsider. Not only is he an outsider to the island, to Amity Island, but he's also an outsider to sharks, and sharks in general. And that's what really helps, because a lot of times they'll throw out terms like whatever the scientific term for the great white shark is, and that's all fine and dandy, but you're sitting there as the audience, and you're just like, I don't know what that means. And then he's like, the great white, and you're like, oh, I know what that is. John Williams. God bless John Williams. He just, it's perfect. And you know how it's perfect? Because I can literally say 2 notes, and you will know what movie I'm talking about. And those notes, of course, are ba-dum. That's it. Those are the only 2 notes that I need to sing, and you know exactly what movie I'm talking about. And it's perfect. He also has the which is just, oh God, John Williams is amazing. The perspective of, I call it shark view of the underwater, which is actually the first scene that we get, is kind of this underwater, along the coral reef or whatever it is. But even then, with the attack of Alex Kittner, we see the shark view going around, and we see all the legs, and we're put in the brain, in the mind of this shark. And that's something that not a lot of movies will do. A lot of movies will tend to alienate the villain, which is for good reason. You know, it's the villain. You don't want to relate to it. But with this, you do. I think one of the things that makes this movie so successful and so poignant is it is one of the fundamental basics of nature, is man versus animal. And it's such a primal instinct of us to go man versus animal, especially an animal of the size, that there's just something in us that resonates so well. I love this movie so much. and there are just so many tiny little intricacies. The color yellow, listen, oh my god, the color yellow foreshadows all of the attacks. It's like the orange in the Godfather series when there's about to be a murder. I literally spent an entire class back when I was in undergrad talking about the yellow raft, how Pippett's owner was wearing a yellow t-shirt, so many things, and it's just amazing. Again, this is a actually terrifying movie. Like, there are actually moments, like, I watched this while on my bed, and when it was over, I didn't want to get off for a moment. Like, I was genuinely scared for a tiny bit. Alright, it's time to rate this movie. I don't even have to hesitate because this is a 5-star movie. It also gets a popcorn bucket because it is just so well done. It is so perfect. And yes, I know that there are tiny little things within that aren't exactly right, and there's some continuity errors, but I'm fine with that. Because of the way that they structure the story, because of the way that they present the characters, because of the way that everything is put together so wonderfully, it has to get 5 stars. And I won't accept anything less. So, Jaws gets 5 stars, and I am not going to go to the beach for a few days because, good lord, I'm terrified now. Anyway, keep watching movies and stay safe.
Whoa, don't click away yet. Check out the link tree in the description where you can connect with me on Instagram and YouTube, send me suggestions of what to watch next, and check out past reviews.